You got to pull it all together. So, Annette, if you went to the internet, you can find all this. You look very young, Annette, but I don't think you will survive that journey because it's going to take you about 400 or 500 years. Because the truth, guys, is in 10 million places. I'm just saying that number. It's a big number. The truth is a little here and a little there and a nugget there and a germ there and a principle there. And so it's worse than trying to find a needle in the haystack. Because at least you know you're looking for a needle, right? And you know where is it? In a haystack. So it's like I said, Annette, you want the truth? You want the secrets? Just go over there when you find it, bring it here. You're like, bring what here? And where? Yeah, go over there, look for it, find it, and bring it back. Look for what? Look for it where? So you don't know where to look, and you don't know what you're looking for. So it will take you hundreds of years to get the accumulated secrets of the rich unless you have a guide, right? I'm not going to be hiking through the Himalayas without a guide. I can read all the YouTube, I can look at all the YouTube videos, you know, Himalayan hiking, done easy. I'm not doing that. Guys, you want to do it? Let me know how it works out. Send me some pictures. Okay? I'm not doing that. I'm going to pay a top flight guy a lot of money with his team of llamas, right? They always got the llamas, right? You know, and whatever else they got, dogs, and they got the food, and they know the terrain, and now I'm ready because I'm trusting him. I'm not going to try to do that CTC, cut the check. I'm pretty handy around the house, believe it or not, guys. You never know it from, you know, my housekeeper and all the other things. I'm pretty handy. Mama Cash did a good job. She raised me right. I can cook, I can clean. I'm not cooking, I'm not cleaning. Okay? I'm not washing. We got a little mini fleet of BMWs because we're BMW coaches, right? They're all Alpine white. I'm not washing the cars, I'm not doing any of that. It has nothing to do with arrogance, pride, ego. Because remember I told you they're not good for business. It's because those who are less enlightened trade their time for money. The more enlightened, coded, rich, trade their money for time. Time is infinitely more valuable and expensive than money. I trade my time, I trade my money for time all the time. Okay? Because Bill Gates, one of the perennially richest men on the planet, right? He still got the same 24 hours you got, right? What do you think he would pay to get an extra 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours out of a day? He would pay his whole fortune because he could make it back 10 times over. So back to Annette's question, you get a coach, you get a mentor, you get a guide. You don't try to do it yourself because while I could probably fix a leaky pipe.
That was my next question. How can I get a coach?
What are you talking about? That might not have been obvious, right? Thank you, Annette. Wow. Thank you for coming to the comedy hour of Terrence Cash. I'm up here to tell jokes, to give educational. This is for entertainment purpose. You almost told Kooge to put that on the disclaimer. Great question, Annette. I hope that helps some people.
Okay, I have a person waiting patiently.
Thank you. I'm Terry Jones, very proudly the president and founder of a local nonprofit.
Hi, Terry.
We would love for you to adopt us and help us find wealth and do more with our funding that we have. Are any of your principles applicable to nonprofits?
Terry Jones, yes they are. Great question, by the way. I have a real love for not-for-profits. About halfway through my previous entrepreneurial journey, I was on the board of directors of as many as 9 not-for-profits. Probably the most well-known is American Red Cross. So I love not-for-profits. I love what they stand for. Funny enough, Terry, on the development side of things, one of the biggest fundraisers, at least in the New York area, and maybe down here, is golf outings. You make a tremendous amount of money on a golf outing, as opposed to the fancy dinners, right? Golf outings you can get, my company was perennially title sponsor, ball sponsor, hole sponsor, dinner sponsor. You're talking about $25,000 to $50,000. So if you got 10 sponsors that are paying at least $25,000, that's $250 right there. And you know, to rent plus she's a not-for-profit, so they're going to give her a great rate on any course in the area. So let's say it's $5,000, $10,000, let's say it's $10,000 to put the event on. So you got $250 just from sponsors. Then you got people who are paying for foursomes and even individual. My average price was like $1,000 for, for an outing. Now we were sponsors, so I got like 2 foursomes, but the point is, golf outings are an underused development venue. But there's other things. There's all sorts of things you can do that kind of is creative. And so I can talk to you offline about that, Terry. But yeah.
You're my new boyfriend.
Huh?
You're my new boyfriend.
Let me take you to the last table. Anybody on this table have any questions? Or this table back here? Okay. Great. Hold it. Do we have a camera coming? Yep. Hold it. Please introduce yourself.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Clay Williams from Moore Advertising. And Mr. Cash, my question to you is, how does someone create a legal, artificial person?
Okay, great question, Clay, but you started off on the wrong foot. My father worked for a living, so you can call me Terrence. Or you can call me T-Money, or T. You don't have to call me Mr. Cash, but I appreciate the respect. But one of the richest men I met, that's how, remember I said about being humble. Right now, humility is not just, step and fetch it. I'm not saying that. It's power under control, right? One of the richest men I met early in my career, Charles Wang. He was then the chairman and CEO of Computer Associates, a multi-billion-dollar software company, competed with IBM and Microsoft and the likes. And I went to a conference, and you had Charles Wang, you had Steve Jobs, this is in the early 90s, you had Bill Gates. So the conference, so you had the big three right there. And this is just before Windows 95 broke. So when the conference ended, Bill Gates huddled with his security, went out back. Steve Jobs, I don't know where Steve Jobs went. He just kind of like disappeared. Maybe he was vibrating with the universe and, and disappeared. I got a quirky sense of humor, guys. But Charles Wang jumped into the audience ahead of his security details. Now this is a man at that time who was worth about $3 billion. Jumped to the details, one of the first people on it. One of the first people on him. If you want to find out about wealth, you go to the source. So I wanted to be the first person on him. So as soon as he jumped out, I said, "Excuse me, Mr. Wang, I've studied your company. I'm fascinated by your work. You've done a great job." He said, "What did you say?" And you had that look like, "What did you say?" And I said, "Oh boy, I've insulted a billionaire." Okay. So I said it again. "Excuse me, Mr. Wang, I've studied it." He said, "Oh no, call me Charles." So if a multi-billionaire says, call him by his first name, I'm not going to dare insult Clay and say, call me Mr. Cash. Okay? So that's just my thing, guys. I'm not saying, formalities are, aren't in order, but I appreciate it, Clay. So, now what was your question, Clay?
Is the comedy hour still in progress? Is what's going on?
Comedy hour is still in session, guys.
How do you create an artificial legal person?
Okay. Now again, there's 2 answers to that. It depends. If all you want to do is create a trust, a state, an LLC, or a corporation, green light is not your company. But if you want to create one of those artificial people that's in the right structure, that's employing the right strategies, and executing the right tactics, then you come to your friends at green light. Otherwise, you just go to LegalZoom and you'll have something that'll be in the wrong structure, it'll have the wrong tax treatment, it'll have the wrong capital structure, you won't have any strategy, so you'll say, what do I do with this damn thing? Terrence Cash said, this is the secret. Yeah, that's the perspective is the beginning of it. It's not, guys, it's not magic. You know, it's not like, okay, all I gotta do is, you know, form one of these artificial people and then I got it. I got it. I paid $600. I got this special package for $1,000 and we're good. No, you have to be coached on how to use it. Matter of fact, what we do is, it's with some of our solution suites. We have dozens and dozens of different solutions and they are client specific. But probably our two most perennial, and we didn't even get into this yet, Kooge, maybe during the second half. Our two most perennial favorites are the new lifestyle business startup solution, where we teach and mentor people how to run their life as a business, which includes paying the minimum legal tax. That's a construct we made, we created that. That doesn't exist anywhere but Greenlight. Another perennial favorite, and it includes a free incorporation. Why do you think it's free? Because some clients would argue about, well, you know, I can get that cheaper at LegalZoom, I can get that cheaper at the incorporation company. So can you get it cheaper than free? Because we take it off the table. The first year of Greenlight, we didn't do that. We say, okay, go to incorporation company, go to LegalZoom, get it done, then come back and we'll do the coaching. And these misfits, misconstructs of corporate entities said, well, why are you an LLC? Well, they said over at the corporation company to just be an LLC. And I says, you in real estate? And I go, no. Do you have some funky corporate partnership structure where all the partners are actually artificial beings themselves? No. Then you're probably not exploiting the best uses of an LLC. And did you know that the IRS doesn't formally recognize LLCs? Not a bad thing, guys. You just got to know what it is. Okay? An LLC is a hybrid. It was created 35 years ago, and it combines some of the advantages of a corporation with some of the advantages of a partnership. So that's its legal structure. Has nothing to do with how it's treated tax-wise, which is called its tax treatment. So the IRS doesn't legally recognize it because it says, okay, Mr. LLC, how should I tax treat you? Should I treat you as a corporation? No, you're not a corporation. Should I tax treat you as a partnership? No, you're not a partnership. So what the IRS actually does, they give you three choices. But 99.9% of the LLC members, the owners of an LLC, are called members, guys. Don't know that. Matter of fact, you don't have to show me your hands. Those of you who have LLC, I'd say 80%, maybe 90% of you are in your default tax treatment. If you are a single member LLC, you're the only owner, you're a disregarded entity, meaning you're being tax treated as a sole proprietorship. Okay? Maximum legal tax. So you paid all this money for the LLC,